Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. Home at last, with the birds all around us. It's the 7-Day Vegan Challenge. Now, as promised, you are getting one food video every single week because health is wealth. A beginner's guide to going vegan, to veganism, how to go vegan. Let's just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Woo, woo, woo. I just like saying that. Do you want to go vegan? Do you want to eat better, to feel better, to live better, but you're still not quite there yet? And you're wondering, like, how can I just go vegan? I've been a vegan for over 13 years and I haven't looked back since. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Deep divers, if you are just starting out on this beautiful food journey, eating a plant-based diet, but you're still not doing it 100%, you're kind of halfway in, halfway out, this video is for you. I know what it's like. It's not easy. Whatever you are eating is your business and be proud of it. Even though 64 billion animals are killed every single year. I'm trying to make you feel guilty right now. Yes. It's okay. Everyone is at a different stage. I just got something to share with you. Going vegan has transformed my life in the most amazing way. A lot of people are like, they're like, Ralph, how come you've got so much energy? I'm like, energy? Can I get a hello there? It's because I'm vegan, baby. Being a vegan means you are someone who doesn't eat animal products, right? You don't eat animal products, meat, dairy. You respect animals. And a lot of people right now are doing the 7-Day Vegan Challenge, but they still haven't fully transitioned. So what helped me? Let me go back 13 years in the past. When I first started, it started like this, okay? One day I woke up and I'm like, I gotta do some research. What is this veganism thingy about, right? Veganism sounds pretty radical, but wait a minute. Vegans take care of animals. So I started to do some research. Start with research, deep divers. Read a book. Isn't that what your grandma told you? Read a book. A great book to go vegan is called The China Study by T. Colin Campbell. I read that. It shows you the benefits of a vegan diet, a plant-based diet, how your cardiovascular health improves, your whole overall health improves for the better. Scientific studies in that book, fantastic stuff. A great documentary, a recent one, What the Health, fantastic. Also, The Business of Disease by Sonia Barrett, great. Food Inc, great. Forks Over Knives, fantastic documentary. It really shows you how eating a plant-based diet can change your life, your health for the better, okay? So I started to do some research. But I still wasn't convinced, right? So the next step was to find someone who was already vegan. And that's what I did. I actually met a guy at a friend's party who was a vegan. I thought he was an alien. I thought he was crazy. I'm like, you don't eat meat? You're not going to eat my mom's chicken? What's wrong with you? I'm like, he's so weird. I apologize. He was ahead of his time, right? So I started to make friends with people who were already vegan, eating a plant-based diet. And I used to say, like, teach me, master, teach me, right? You want to find people who are already living that lifestyle to say, okay, can you give me a tip? I started to get inspired and more motivated even when I was dating someone who was a vegan. Right? When I wasn't fully 100% a vegan myself, okay? So that really does wonders to go vegan. Now, at this point, you are still eating meat, and that's cool. We're gonna change that in a second, because processed meats cause cancer, by the way. Then I started to eat while I was still eating meat, steak, beef, chicken, fish, all of that stuff, I started to eat more fruit and veg. Okay, I started to double up. It's what I call eat twice, right? Twice portions, right? Eat 2 times more of everything. Okay, so if you're eating grapes, eat twice as much. If you're eating celery, eat twice as much. If you are eating wheatgrass, eat twice as much. If you are eating buckwheat, eat twice as much. If you are eating mangoes, eat twice as much. And if you are eating grapes, just stuff the whole thing in your mouth, right? So I started to do that, doubling up, okay? That's what I call it. And I started to eat foods with whole grain. So even though I was eating meat, I was slowly transitioning to eliminate white rice out of my diet. And then I started to eat brown rice, okay, full of iron. And then I started to eat a lot more fruit and veg, okay? So I was pretty like 50-50, right? 50% plant-based, 50% meat eater. Okay, that's a good start. Be proud of yourself. Don't blame yourself. You're getting there. Then what did I do? The next step was to start eating foods full of nutrients that were plant-based, full of minerals which were plant-based while I was still eating meat. So an example, I'm like, okay, I don't need to get my protein from beef. I can eat a chia seed porridge, and that's what I did. But then I would still go back to eating meat, okay? But I was getting there because I was starting to like chia seeds a lot more than beef, right? Then I started to drink a lot of spirulina smoothies, complete source of protein. Then I started to get iron from spinach. Then I started to get calcium from kale, okay? Then I started to say, wait a minute, I can get all the nutrients I need and minerals from a plant-based diet. Slow motion this side. Don't worry, deep divers, I still wasn't convinced because I was still eating my mom's chicken, right? It still wasn't enough. Then I realized, okay, what really helped me to go vegan was to eliminate one meat at a time, because I had this awareness that the real reason why I'm going vegan is because I realize I am not emotionally ready to kill my own food. That's what did it for me, right? That is what did it for me. I said, I'm not ready to emotionally kill my own food. I don't have the guts to kill a cow, right? So I started to eliminate one meat out of my diet at a time. First it was beef, then pork, then chicken. Come back here, right? It had to go. My mom's chicken was the hardest because she makes great chicken, but I had to leave it. I had to let go. I had to let go, right? Then it was fish, right? And that was pretty tough as well, because I'm like, where am I going to get my omega-3 from, my fatty acids? Then I realized chia seeds got me covered, right? More omega-3s than salmon. I'm good to go. So, and by the time I did that, I'm like, okay, I'm not eating meat anymore, but I'm still eating eggs. And that's okay if you're doing that. Now you are what we call a vegetarian, right? You've cut out all meat products, but you're eating eggs, and that's cool. So what did I do? I started to make the connection, and that's what you have to really do to go vegan. You have to make the connection, because we're not really using logic. Sometimes we know we shouldn't really like eat our friends, our animals, but who cares, right? Because that chicken tastes good, that steak tastes good and stuff like that. So I had to start making the connection, meaning I had to actually visit a farm, right? That's what I did. And that really helped me to go vegan. I actually went to animal farms. And once you see the conditions of these places where animals are kept, these slaughterhouses, it's atrocious, right? And I had to really do that firsthand, me actually going there, not watching a video. I actually went there, visit a farm, and you're like, oh, I just want to free that pig right now, right? And then you start to make the connection. You start to realize what goes around comes around. And I realized I was collecting a lot of karmic debt by eating all of these animals, because energy can never be destroyed. Energy can only be transferred. So whatever we are eating, we are becoming. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to eat pain anymore. I don't want to eat torture. I want to eat a plant-based diet, baby. And that's what I did, right? So I started to make the connection. And guess what, deep divers? Yeah, I had to skip my mom's omelet. That was really hard, because I used to love to wake up, toast, Omelet was my favorite, right? And that was hard because I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I going to get a replacement? Now, talking of replacement, to let something go, you need something to come to you, right? You need a substitute. So let's talk about meat. Once I stopped eating meat, I was eating corn, okay? And that was hard because it didn't taste like meat, but it was close. It was okay. Then seitan, tempeh, these are mock meats. They're good replacements, okay, if you're transitioning to become a vegan, okay? And then I started to eat portobello mushrooms, which I absolutely love, which are really chewy and they taste like meat. Jackfruit is fantastic as well. Tastes like meat. It's a fruit, but it tastes like meat. Fantastic. That's what I was doing, okay? And then for dairy, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love milk so much. Then I realized over 70% of the world is lactose intolerant. Then I'm like, someone showed me almond milk. I'm like, does almond milk really exist? How come nobody has ever told me this? Then I got a nut bag. I started to make my own almond milk. I'm really proud of myself, right? And it tasted fantastic. I'm like, I don't need milk right now because I got the calcium, right? From a plant-based diet, more than milk, okay? So get the replacements and also realize how important just to stay hydrated is, right? To get the right hydration is so important. Drinking water, which is pH 10, pH 9 is also part of the vegan diet, right? Because we are over 70% water, right? So that's what I was doing. Letting go of one egg at a time and replacing milk with almond milk, cashew milk. And before you know it, what was happening, Ralph? I was a vegan. Yeah! And then I relapsed. Just like the Eminem album, right? I relapsed, baby. Then I actually ate some of my mom's chicken. Because one day I was just like, I miss the taste of chicken. So I'm here to tell you, when you are going vegan, you might relapse. You might go back to eating chicken. You might go back to eating fish. And then one day when I was eating the chicken, I'm like, you know what? What, Ralph? I don't need this. For the first time, I'm like, this doesn't even taste tasty. I don't want to eat a helpless animal, right? Who wanted to live. And then I just put the chicken down. My mom was like, huh? Ralph not eating chicken? I'm like, yes, Mom. I'm vegan. She's like, what the? Right? Best decision I've ever made, okay? And then what really helped me to go vegan and become a vegan for over 13 years, not eating meat or dairy for 13 years, feeling great, looking younger than ever, right? People are like, Ralph, you look like 15. I'm like, oh, you're so kind. Look, that's the elixir of life, baby. Find a community. I was at the Veg Fest. There are many festivals, vegan festivals, right? All over the world. Go to one, right? Become a name, right? Start sharing your own food experience, right? Start sharing your own food experience, start blogging. A lot of people have these beautiful recipes, right? And I'm like, that's beautiful. A lot of people post beautiful food pictures on Instagram. And I'm like, you gonna eat that or you gonna share it with us deep divers? Because we're pretty hungry because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Once you find a community that will really help you to go vegan, okay, and that will help you stay vegan because you get reminded, like, I got so many vegan friends. I'm like, now I know why I became vegan, because any vegan or plant-based eater will tell you, we eat the best. That's right. Before I was vegan, I was only eating very plain foods. Ever since I became a vegan, I'm eating acai, I'm eating sweet potatoes, I'm eating quinoa, buckwheat, millet, injera, all kinds of foods, right? Hemp. The list is endless. So find a community today who is already eating a plant-based diet like yourself, and that's how you grow strength, and then you won't look back. And that's how you become vegan, baby. That's a beginner's guide for you. And then you'll just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers, have a beautiful day. The beach is that way. Health is wealth. Love animals, love people. We are animals, just a different kind. Love the universe, have a beautiful day. We're just, woo! Breathing in that good ass Prada, baby. Infinite waters. Diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You! Put the chicken down. That's good. Pick up the spirulina smoothie. That's great.